Okay, sense of life is the almost emotional, but it's a particular state of consciousness that you have that underlies everything that you do and underlies your style, the way you deal with the world and the way you interact with the world out there, and the way, in a sense, you interact with yourself. It's the kind of the conclusion of, given the values that you've chosen, given the metaphysical values that you have, it's the kind of personality and character that is a result of that. And it's the manifestation of that. So it's not something that you consciously work on. It's something that is the consequence of all the things that you might have consciously worked on or not consciously worked on. And therefore it's a consequence of somewhat accident. And to some extent it is going to be a consequence of accident, because a lot of it is a sense of life. A lot of it is a consequence of things that we experience and conclusions we come to when we're young. And we can change it, but it's not easy. And then what artist does is, an artist, in that he is painting based on his metaphysical value judgments. That is what is reflected in the art. Those metaphysical values are molding and shaping his sense of life. So the art reflects his sense of life. The art is an expression of the metaphysical value judgments, which operationalize, in a sense, in the sense of life. And every artwork has a particular sense of life. You, in the way you respond to an artwork, are responding based on your sense of life, again, based on the conclusions you have come to about the world and about the metaphysical value judgments. So it's the interaction between your sense of life and the artist's sense of life, which you get. What you get is the emotional response that you get.
Is it always the case that a work of art represents the artist's sense of life, or it could be that it doesn't represent it?
I think to some extent or another, it always represents the sense of life.
Because I'm thinking like paintings of someone like Adolf Hitler. I know he had very ugly, but realistic, boring, banal paintings. Doesn't look like a painting by Adolf Hitler. A guy was was a monster.
Yeah, but they're not particularly good paintings. I mean, that's the point. Anybody with a little bit of skill can paint something on a canvas, but to be meaningful and to really be substantive as a painting, it has to reflect a sense of life. So not everything that everybody paints is a reflection of sense of life.
Okay.
If I scribble something on a piece of paper, it's not a reflection of my sense of life. Partially, it's a reflection of the fact I can't paint. Right. So and I do think you can say that. I don't think you can read anything into bad art. I don't think you can read a lot into bad art. Bad in a sense that just boring, banal, meaningless. It's if somebody goes to art school and they paint because the teacher told them to paint a particular way, you can't read anything into that in terms of their sense of life.